Now let's begin to talk about the algorithms for the four operations. So, algorithms for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Right, for the four operations that we just talked about in the previous videos. And let's start off by addition. Let me do an example. Example 1. Let's say I want to do 32 plus 4 equals 2. So, to do 32 plus 4, this is how I like to do it. This is the question, right? So I will use like the blank spots on the side to do my calculation. And the word, by the way, the word algorithms, it just means how do you do these operations? The method to do this operation, the setup to do these operations. Okay. So to set this up, I will just write down 32 on the top plus 4. Like this. So, as you can see that because we are just dealing with whole numbers, we just need to line up the numbers to the right. So let me make a note right here. Line up to the right. Okay? Yeah, because they are just whole numbers and there's nothing tricky. Just make sure that you line up to the right. So that way you can line up with the place values, the corresponding place value. Okay? And after you set this up, then you just add, right? So you will add up the ones digits. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Oh, you just read 6. And then after you finish the 2 and 4, you just go down to the next one, the 10th place. 3 plus, this is like 0. So 3 plus 0 is 3. So the answer is 36. And so this is where the answer is, and the answer to addition, this is called the sum. So 32 plus 4, the sum out to be 36. Okay, the sum is 36. The answer to addition is called the sum or the total. Okay. So let me do another example. Example 2. Let's do 87 plus 235. So again, we just need to line up the numbers to the right. So let's say I have 87 and then 235. So 235. And put a plus sign right here to remind us we are going to add. Okay, so we have 7 plus 5 is 12. So I'm going to write down the 2 first. And then I have the 1 carry over. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 3 is, again, 12. So I have the 2. And then I have the 1 carry over to the hundredths place. And then, lastly, I just need to do 1 plus 2, which I get 3. So the answer, 87 plus 235, is equal to 322. Right, the sum is equal to 322. Okay. And let me kind of just change this question backwards a little bit. So let me do like example 2 with a star. So if I want to do 235 plus 87. Let's see, I just kind of changed the example 2. I just changed the order. So you can just put 235 on the top plus 87 on the bottom. And you just add 5 and the 7, so you get 12 again. Use the 1 carry over. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 8 is again 12. So write down the 2 and then with the 1 carry over. And 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So you end up with the same thing, 322. So as we talked about earlier when we are talking about addition, when you switch the order of addition, it doesn't matter, right? 87 plus 235, you get the same answer if you do. You get the same answer as if you do 235 plus 87. You get 322. So it doesn't matter which number you put it on the top or which number you put it on the bottom, right? So both will give you the same answer. But I think it's easier. I think it's easier if you put the numbers that has more digits on the top, and then the number that has less digits on the bottom. Okay, so I will say, make a note right here. So usually we put the number that has more digits on the top. But it doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter. But I think it will be easier in that way. Maybe let's do another example. Example 3. So give me two numbers. Give me two numbers.
7, 13.
So I want to do 7. You mean 713? Yeah? 713. Plus what?
523.
523. So in this case, both of the numbers has 3 digits. So it doesn't really matter which one you put on the top. So 713 plus 523. So begin with the ones digit. What's 3 plus 3?
6.
So we get 6, right? And what's 1 plus 2?
3.
3. And what's 5 plus... What's 7 plus 5?
12.
So I have write down the 2 with the 1 carry over to the thousandth place. Okay? Just bring down the 1 because it's pretty much 0. So the answer, 713 plus 523, we have 1,236. Okay? And maybe one more? Well, no. So sure. Example number 4. So it's really a matter of like get used to how to do the scratch work again. So try not use a calculator. Try really just like put down what you need to do and then work this out, right? And I know you guys all know how to do this kind of questions already. So give me 2 other numbers.
12.
Can you give me something that's bigger?
Okay. 712.
I'm going to just like make some up myself. Let's say I have 47 plus 854. Anyways, so it doesn't really matter which number you put on the top, but usually we put the number that has the more digits on the top. So we'll do that. 854 plus 47. And once you write this down, once you set this up, just work it out. So what's 4 plus 7?
11.
So I have 11, right? So put on 1 and then have a 1 carry over to the 10th place. What's 1 plus 5?
6.
It's 6, right? 6 plus 4 is 10.
10.
Yeah. So write down a 0 and then again have the 1 carry over. 1 plus 8 is 9. So the answer is 901. Okay? And let me do one last example. Example number 5. And let's say sometimes that if you need to add more than 2 numbers. Let's say I have 36 plus 528 plus 81. Okay? And again, in this case, if you have 3 numbers, you do the same. You will just write down the numbers vertically and then line up to the right. And in this case, I would like to just write it down as 36 on the top plus 528 plus 81. Yeah, because I want to show you guys the order that the first number I have 336, the second number is 528, and then the third number is 81. But it doesn't matter if you want to put the 528 on the top or not. Doesn't matter. So let's begin. What's 6 plus 8 is 14, and 14 plus 1 is 15. So write down the 5 and carry over the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. So write down the 4 and carry over the 1. And finally, I have 1 plus 5. I get 6. So altogether, the sum is 645. Right? The sum of 36, 528, and 81 is 645.